crucial. Adjective, essential or decisive for determining the outcome or future of something. Extremely important. Bites. Noun, the act of biting. Verb, to cut into something by clamping the teeth. Eyebrow. Noun, the hair that grows over the bone ridge above the eye socket. Verb, to build up waste fibers in a roller machine. Excess. Noun, the state of surpassing or going beyond limits. The being of a measure beyond sufficiency, necessity, or duty, that which exceeds what is usual or proper. Verb, to declare. An employee, surplus to requirements, such that he or she might not be given work. Adjective, more than is normal, necessary or specified. Missed. Verb, to fail to hit. Interviews. Noun, an official face-to-face meeting of monarchs or other important figures. Verb, to ask questions of somebody. To have an interview. Disclaimer. Noun, one who disclaims, disowns, or renounces. Exhibiting. Verb, to display or show something for others to see, especially at an exhibition or contest. Miner. Noun, a person who works in a mine. Fry. Noun, usually in the plural. Fries. A fried strip of potato. Verb, a method of cooking food. Fisherman. Noun, a fisher, a person engaged in fishing. Ghost. Noun, the spirit, the soul of man. Verb, to haunt, to appear to in the form of an apparition. Editors. Noun, a person who edits or makes changes to documents. Fall through. Verb, to be unsuccessful, abort, come to nothing, not, to be cancelled, not to proceed. Dream. Noun, imaginary events seen in the mind while sleeping. Verb, to see imaginary events in one's mind while sleeping. Adjective, ideal, perfect. Bet. Noun, a wager, an agreement between two parties that a stake, usually money, will be paid by the loser to the winner. The winner being the one who correctly forecast the outcome of an event. Verb, to stake or pledge upon the outcome of an event. To wager. Interjection, expression of general agreement or acceptance. Interests. Noun, the price paid for obtaining, or price received for providing, money or goods in a credit transaction, calculated as a fraction of the amount or value of what was borrowed. Verb, to engage the attention of, to awaken interest in, to excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Noun, the persons interested in any particular business or cause. Taken collectively. Guard. Noun, a person who, or thing that, protects or watches over something. Verb, to protect from danger, to secure against surprise, attack, or injury, to keep in safety, to defend. Debts. Noun, an action, state of mind, or object one has an obligation to perform for another, adopt toward another, or give to another. Invade. Verb, to move into. Direction. Noun, a theoretical line, physically or mentally, followed from a point of origin or towards a destination. May be relative, e.g. up, left, outbound, dorsal, geographical, e.g. north, rotational, e.g. clockwise, or with respect to an object or location, e.g. toward Boston. Airplanes. Noun, a powered heavier than air aircraft with fixed wings. Verb, to fly in an aeroplane. Greedy. Adjective, having greed, consumed by selfish desires. Kindly. Adjective, having a kind personality, kind, warm-hearted, sympathetic. Gas. Noun, matter in a state intermediate between liquid and plasma that can be contained only if it is fully surrounded by a solid, or in a bubble of liquid, or held together by gravitational pull. It can condense into a liquid, or can, rarely, become a solid directly. Verb, to kill with poisonous gas. 19th. Noun, the person or thing in the 19th position. Adjective, the ordinal form of the number 19. Cold. Adjective, of a thing, having a low temperature. Grandparent. Verb, to be, or act as. A grandfather to. Verb, to retain discontinued laws or rules for. A thing, person or organization previously affected by them. Noun, the parent of someone's parent. Non. Adverb, to no extent, in no way. Encryption. Noun, the process of obscuring information to make it unreadable without special knowledge. Key files, or passwords. Bookstore. Noun, a store where books are bought and sold. Filtered. Verb, to sort, sift, or isolate. Adjective, with a filter, e.g., a cigarette. Limits. Noun, a restriction, a bound beyond which one may not go. Verb, to restrict, not to allow to go beyond a certain bound. To set boundaries. Disciplined. Verb, to train someone by instruction and practice. Adjective, possessing mental discipline. Controller. Noun, one who controls something. Adventurous. Adjective, of a person, inclined to adventure, willing to incur risks, prone to embark in hazardous enterprise, rashly daring. Fairly. Adverb, manner, in a fair manner, fair, not biased or skewed or favoring a certain party. Homemaker. Noun, a person who maintains the administration and upkeep of his or her residence, especially one who is not employed outside the home. One who runs the household. Cluttered. Verb, to fill something with clutter. Adjective, scattered with a disorderly mixture of objects that take up space. Littered. Dogs. Noun, a mammal, Canis familiaris or Canis lupus familiaris, that has been domesticated for thousands of years. Of highly variable appearance due to human breeding. Verb, to pursue with the intent to catch. Noun, meat from a dog eaten as food. Noun, feet, from rhyming slang dog's meat. Fond. Verb, to have a foolish affection for. To be fond of. Adjective, chiefly with of, having a liking or affection for. Guarantee. Noun, anything that assures a certain outcome. Verb, to give an assurance that something will be done right. Adjustments. Noun, the action of adjusting something. Concepts. Noun, an abstract and general idea, an abstraction. Demos. Noun, a demonstration or visual explanation. Canteen. Noun, a small cafeteria or snack bar, especially one in a military establishment. School, or place of work. Enrichment. Noun, the act of enriching or something enriched. Dollar. Noun, official designation for currency in some parts of the world, including Canada, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, and elsewhere. Its symbol is dollar. Grind. Noun, the act of reducing to powder, or of sharpening, by friction. Verb, to reduce to smaller pieces by crushing with lateral motion. Black. Noun, the color perceived in the absence of light, but also when no light is reflected, but rather absorbed. Verb, to make black. To blacken. Adjective, of an object, absorbing all light and reflecting none. Dark and hueless. Complicated. Verb, to make complex. To modify so as to make something intricate or difficult. Adjective, difficult or convoluted. Grandparents. Verb, to be, or act as. A grandfather to. Verb, to retain discontinued laws or rules for. A thing, person or organization previously affected by them. Noun, the parent of someone's parent. Barista. Noun, a person who prepares coffee in a coffee shop for customers. Gum. Noun, often in the plural, the flesh around the teeth. Verb, to chew, especially of a toothless person or animal. Caring. Verb, to be concerned about, to have an interest in. to feel concern. About. Noun. The act of one who cares. Adjective. Of a person. Kind. Sensitive. Empathetic. Mention. Noun. A speaking or notice of anything. Usually in a brief or cursory manner. Used especially in the phrase make mention of. Verb. To make a short reference to something. Giant. Noun. A mythical human of very great size. Adjective. Very large. 50. Noun. A banknote or coin with a denomination of 50. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 49 and before 51. Betray. Verb. To deliver into the hands of an enemy by treachery or fraud. In violation of trust. To give up treacherously or faithlessly. Healing. Noun. The process where the cells in the body regenerate and repair themselves. Fiction. Noun. Literary type using invented or imaginative writing. Instead of real facts. Usually written as prose. Liquids. Noun. A substance that is flowing. And keeping no shape. Such as water. A substance of which the molecules, while not tending to separate from one another like those of a gas, readily change their relative position, and which therefore retains no definite shape, except that determined by the containing receptacle. An inelastic fluid. Jumping. Verb. To propel oneself rapidly upward, downward and or in any horizontal direction such that momentum causes the body to become airborne. Noun. The act of performing a jump. Adjective. Exuberantly active. In full swing. Candles. Noun. A light source consisting of a wick embedded in a solid, flammable substance such as wax, tallow, or paraffin. Verb. To observe the growth of an embryo inside an egg, using a bright light source. Earring. Noun. A piece of jewelry worn on the ear. Champagne. Noun. A sparkling white wine made from a blend of grapes, especially Chardonnay and Pinot, produced in Champagne, France, by the Méthode Champenoise. Verb. To ply or treat with champagne. Adjective. Of a very pale brownish gold color, similar to that of champagne. All. Noun. With a possessive pronoun. Everything that one is capable of. Adjective. All gone. Dead. Adverb. Degree. Intensifier. Pronoun. Everything. Conjunction. Although. Asynchronous. Adjective. Not synchronous. Occurring at different times. Handful. Noun. The amount that a hand will grasp or contain. Intelligent. Adjective. Of high or especially quick cognitive capacity. Bright. Investigate. Verb. To inquire into or study in order to ascertain facts or information. Invitation. Noun. The act of inviting. Solicitation. The requesting of a person's company. Boat. Noun. A craft used for transportation of goods. Fishing. Racing. Recreational cruising. Or military use on or in the water. Propelled by oars or outboard motor or inboard motor or by wind. Verb. To travel by boat. Briefly. Adverb. Manner. In a brief manner, summarily. Imitation. Noun. The act of imitating. Chores. Noun. A task, especially a difficult, unpleasant, or routine one. Verb. To do chores. Verb. To steal. Noun. A choir or chorus. Dagger. Noun. A stabbing weapon, similar to a sword but with a short, double-edged blade. Verb. To pierce with a dagger. To stab. Commander. Noun. One who exercises control and direction of a military or naval organization. Glazier. Noun. One who glazes. A craftsman who works with glass, fitting windows, etc. Notary. Noun. A lawyer of non-contentious private civil law who drafts, takes, and records legal instruments for private parties, and provides legal advice, but does not appear in court on client's behalf. Mat. Noun. A flat piece of coarse material used for wiping one's feet, or as a decorative or protective floor covering. Verb, to cover, protect or decorate with mats. Above. Noun, heaven. Adjective, of heaven, heavenly. Adverb, directly overhead, vertically on top of. Preposition, physically over, on top of, worn on top of, set of clothing. Else. Adjective, used only with indefinite or interrogative pronouns. Other, in addition to previously mentioned items. Adverb, follows interrogative adverbs. Otherwise, if not. Conjunction, for otherwise, or else. Feel. Noun, a quality of an object experienced by touch. Verb, heading, to use or experience the sense of touch. Courier. Noun, a person who looks after and guides tourists. Verb, to deliver by courier. Cars. Noun, a wheeled vehicle that moves independently, with at least 3 wheels. Powered mechanically, steered by a driver and mostly for personal transportation. Noun, a turn. Noun, the first part of a cons in Lisp. The first element of a list. Against. Preposition, in a contrary direction to. Conjunction, by the time that something happened. Before. Grandfather. Noun, a father of someone's parent. Verb, to be, or act as, a grandfather to. Comfort. Noun, contentment, ease. Verb, to relieve the distress or suffering of. To provide comfort to. Charge. Noun, the amount of money levied for a service. Verb, to assign a duty or a responsibility to. Crutches. Noun, a device to assist in motion as a cane, especially one that provides support under the arm to reduce weight on a leg. Contracts. Noun, an agreement between 2 or more parties to perform a specific job or work order, often temporary or of fixed duration and usually governed by a written agreement. Verb, to draw together or nearer, to shorten, narrow, or lessen. Heard. Verb, stative, to perceive sounds through the ear. Adjective, that has been heard or listened to, that has been orally detected. Calculate. Verb, to determine the value of something or the solution to something by a mathematical process. Financing. Verb, to conduct, or procure money for, financial operations. Manage finances. Noun, a transaction that provides funds for a business. Bash. Noun, a large party, gala event. Verb, to strike heavily. Grandparent. Verb, to be, or act as, a grandfather to. Verb, to retain discontinued laws or rules for a thing, person or organization previously affected by them. Noun, the parent of someone's parent. Flexibility. Noun, the quality of being flexible. Suppleness, pliability. Gaining. Verb, to acquire possession of. Noun, gain, profit. Import. Noun, something brought in from an exterior source, especially for sale or trade. Verb, to bring something in from a foreign country, especially for sale or trade. Butcher. Noun, a person who prepares and sells meat, and sometimes also slaughters the animals. Verb, to slaughter animals, and prepare meat for market. Entry. Noun, the act of entering. Boxes. Noun, senses relating to a 3-dimensional object or space. Verb, to place inside a box. To pack in one or more boxes. Noun, any of various evergreen shrubs or trees of the genus Buxus, especially the common box, European box, or boxwood, Buxus sempervirens, which is often used for making hedges and topiary. Noun, a blow with the fist. Verb, to strike with the fists. To punch. Noun, a Mediterranean food fish of the genus Boops, which is a variety of sea bream. A bogue or oxeye. Boil. Noun, a localized accumulation of pus in the skin, resulting from infection. Correspondent. Noun. Someone who or something which corresponds. Adjective. Corresponding. Suitable. Adapted. Congruous. Cheese. Noun. A dairy product made from curdled or cultured milk. Verb. To prepare curds for making cheese. Interjection. Said while being photographed. To give the impression of smiling. In. Noun. A position of power or influence. Or a way to get it. Verb. To enclose. Adjective. Located indoors. Especially at home or at one's office or place of work. Adverb. At or towards the interior of a defined space. Such as a building or room. Preposition. Used to indicate location, inclusion, or position within spatial, temporal or other limits. Diagnosis. Verb. To determine which disease is causing a sick person's signs and symptoms. To find the diagnosis. Noun. The identification of the nature and cause of an illness. Immature. Noun. An immature member of a species. Adjective. Occurring before the proper time. Untimely. Premature. Especially of death. Intention. Noun. The goal or purpose behind a specific action or set of actions. Verb. Intend. Anonymous. Adjective. Lacking a name. Not named, for example an animal not assigned to any species. Mixture. Noun. The act of mixing. Cannot. Noun. Something that cannot be done. Verb. Cannot. Be unable to. Barmaid. Noun. A woman who serves in a bar. Glory. Noun. Great or overwhelming beauty or splendor. Verb. To exult with joy. To rejoice. Evident. Adjective. Obviously true by simple observation. Investor. Noun. A person who invests money in order to make a profit. Method. Noun. A process by which a task is completed. A way of doing something. Followed by the adposition of to or for before the purpose of the process. Verb. To apply a method. Marine. Noun. A soldier. Normally a member of a marine corps. Trained to serve on board or from a ship. Adjective. Belonging to or characteristic of the sea. Existing or found in the sea. Formed or produced by the sea. Combining. Verb. To bring two or more things or activities together. To unite. Noun. The act by which things are combined or brought together. 50. Noun. A banknote or coin with a denomination of 50. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 49 and before 51. Diversity. Noun. The quality of being diverse or different, difference or unlikeness. Cancelled. Verb. To cross out something with lines etc. Adjective. No longer planned or scheduled. Hiring. Verb. To obtain the services of in return for fixed payment. Noun. The act by which an employee is hired. Blizzard. Noun. A large snowstorm accompanied by strong winds and greatly reduced visibility caused by blowing snow. Verb. Of snow. To fall in windy conditions. Lack. Noun. A defect or failing. Moral or spiritual degeneracy. Verb. To be without. To need. To require. Helicopter. Noun. An aircraft that is borne along by one or more sets of long rotating blades which allow it to hover. Move in any direction including reverse. Or land. And typically having a smaller set of blades on its tail that stabilize the aircraft. Verb. To transport by helicopter. Maniac. Noun. An insane person, especially one who suffers from a mania. Milk. Noun. A white liquid produced by the mammary glands of female mammals to nourish their young. From certain animals, especially cows. It is also called dairy milk and is a common food for humans as a beverage or used to produce various dairy products such as butter, cheese, and yogurt. Fall apart. Verb. To disintegrate, to break into pieces. Exceeds. Verb. To be larger, greater than. Something. Hard. Noun. A firm or paved beach or slope convenient for hauling vessels out of the water. Adjective. Of material or fluid, having a severe property, presenting difficulty. Adverb. Manner. With much force or effort. Attic. Noun. The space, often unfinished and with sloped walls, directly below the roof in the uppermost part of a house or other building. Generally used for storage or habitation. Dirty. Verb. To make something dirty. Adjective. Unclean. Covered with or containing unpleasant substances such as dirt or grime. Adverb. In a dirty manner. Goldsmith. Noun. A person who makes, repairs or sells things out of gold, especially jewelry. Hunter. Noun. One who hunts game for sport or for food. A huntsman or huntswoman. Jockey. Noun. One who rides racehorses competitively. Verb. To ride a horse in a race. Connecting. Verb. Of an object. To join to another object. To attach. Or to be intended to attach or capable of attaching to another object. Gold. Noun. A heavy yellow elemental metal of great value, with atomic number 79 and symbol O. Verb. To pyrolyze or burn food until the color begins to change to a light brown, but not as dark as browning. Adjective. Made of gold. Inspires. Verb. To infuse into the mind. To communicate to the spirit. To convey, as by a divine or supernatural influence. To disclose preternaturally. To produce in, as by inspiration. Illustrator. Noun. A person who draws pictures, especially illustrations in books or magazines. Fade. Noun. A golf shot that, for the right-handed player, curves intentionally to the right. See slice. Hook. Draw. Verb. To grow weak. To lose strength. To decay. To perish gradually. To wither. As a plant. Adjective. Weak. Insipid. Tasteless. Audiences. Noun. A group of people within hearing. Specifically, a large gathering of people listening to or watching a performance, speech, etc. Annoyed. Verb. To disturb or irritate, especially by continued or repeated acts. To bother with unpleasant deeds. Adjective. Troubled. Irritated by something unwanted or unliked. An annoyance. Vexed. Bottle. Noun. A container. Typically made of glass or plastic and having a tapered neck. Used primarily for holding liquids. Verb. To seal a liquid into a bottle for later consumption. Also fig. Affair. Noun. Often in the plural. Something which is done or is to be done. Business of any kind. Commercial. Professional. Or public. Developer. Noun. A person or entity engaged in the creation or improvement of certain classes of products. Death. Noun. The cessation of life and all associated processes. The end of an organism's existence as an entity independent from its environment and its return to an inert, non-living state. Dawn. Noun. A university professor, particularly one at Oxford or Cambridge. Cousin. Noun. The child of a person's uncle or aunt. A first cousin. Commuters. Noun. One who commutes. Etymology 1. Needs. Adverb. Of necessity. Necessarily. Indispensably. Used with an auxiliary verb. Often must. And equivalent to of need. Ethnic. Noun. An ethnic person. Especially a foreigner or member of an immigrant community. Adjective. Of or relating to a group of people having common racial, ancestral, national, religious or cultural origins. Manage. Noun. The act of managing or controlling something. Verb. To direct or be in charge of. Maintained. Verb. To support someone. To back up or assist someone in an action. Adjective. Showing maintenance or attention. Convert. Noun. A person who has converted to a religion. Verb. To transform or change. something, into another form, substance, state, or product. Future. Noun. The time ahead. Those moments yet to be experienced. Adjective. Having to do with or occurring in the future. Noun. Short for futures contract. Archives. Noun. A place for storing earlier and often historical material. An archive usually contains documents, letters, records, newspapers, etc., or other types of media kept for historical interest. Verb. To put into an archive. Heartburn. Noun. A burning pain in the chest that is caused by stomach acid entering the gullet. Hour. Noun. A time period of 60 minutes, 1/24 of a day. Authenticate. Adjective. Of the same origin as claimed. Genuine. Verb. To render authentic. To give authority to. By the proof, attestation, or formalities required by law, or sufficient to entitle to credit. Loyal. Adjective. Having or demonstrating undivided and constant support for someone or something. Cut out. Verb. To refrain from. Doing something. Using something, etc. To stop, cease. Doing something. Adjective. Well suited. Appropriate. Fit for a particular activity or purpose. Novels. Noun. A work of prose fiction. Longer than a novella. Noun. A novelty. Something new. Noun. A new legal constitution in ancient Rome. Frugal. Adjective. Avoiding unnecessary expenditure either of money or of anything else which is to be used or consumed. Avoiding waste. Athletic. Adjective. Having to do with athletes. Advice. Noun. An opinion offered in an effort to be helpful. Cartoon. Noun. A humorous drawing, often with a caption, or a strip of such drawings. Verb. To draw a cartoon. A humorous drawing. Moments. Noun. A brief, unspecified amount of time. Nights. Adverb. At night. Kettle. Noun. A vessel for boiling a liquid or cooking food. Usually metal and equipped with a lid. Verb. Of the police. To contain demonstrators in a confined area. Grammar. Noun. A system of rules and principles for speaking and writing a language. Verb. To discourse according to the rules of grammar. To use grammar. Induction. Noun. An act of inducting. Factor. Noun. A doer. Maker. A person who does things for another person or organization. Verb. To find all the factors of a number or other mathematical object. The objects that divide it evenly. Grew. Verb. To become larger, to increase in magnitude. Class. Noun. A group, collection, category or set sharing characteristics or attributes. Verb. To assign to a class. To classify. Adjective. Great, fabulous. Conference. Noun. The act of consulting together formally. Serious conversation or discussion. Interchange of views. Verb. To assess a student by one-on-one conversation, rather than an examination. Damage. Noun. Injury or harm. The condition or measure of something not being intact. Verb. To impair the soundness, goodness, or value of. To harm or cause destruction. Alley. Noun. A narrow street or passageway. Especially one through the middle of a block giving access to the rear of lots or buildings. Confusion. Noun. A lack of clarity or order. About. Adjective. Moving around. Astir. Adverb. On all sides. Around. Explore. Noun. An exploration. A tour of a place to see what it is like. Verb. To seek for something or after someone. Evident. Adjective. Obviously true by simple observation. Aside. Noun. An incidental remark made quietly so as to be heard by the person to whom it is said and not by any others in the vicinity. Adverb. To or on one side so as to be out of the way. Fiction. Noun. Literary type using invented or imaginative writing instead of real facts, usually written as prose. Consent. Noun. Voluntary agreement or permission. Verb. To express willingness, to give permission. Maid. Noun. A girl or an unmarried young woman. Maiden. Letter. Noun. A symbol in an alphabet. Verb. To print, inscribe, or paint letters on something. Noun. An identifying initial of the academic institution that is awarded to a member of a varsity team. It is made from structured cloth and intended to be sewn to a piece of clothing such as a varsity sweater or varsity jacket. Consciousness. Noun. The state of being conscious or aware, awareness. Chemical. Noun. Any specific chemical element or chemical compound or alloy. Adjective. Of or relating to chemistry. Jingled. Verb. To make a noise of metal or glass clattering against itself. Congress. Noun. A coming together of two or more people. A meeting. Verb. To assemble together. Disappointment. Noun. A feeling of sadness or frustration when a strongly held expectation is not met. Even. Noun. Diminutive. An even number. Verb. To make flat and level. Adjective. Flat and level. Adverb. Exactly. Just. Fully. Monthly. Noun. A publication that is published once a month. Adjective. Occurring every month. Adverb. Every month. Hiring. Verb. To obtain the services of in return for fixed payment. Noun. The act by which an employee is hired. Formal. Noun. Formalin. Adjective. Being in accord with established forms. Damages. Verb. To impair the soundness, goodness, or value of. To harm or cause destruction. Noun. The money paid or awarded to a claimant. In England. A pursuer. In Scotland. Or a plaintiff. In the U.S. In a civil action as compensation for a loss suffered by the same. Men. Noun. An adult male human. Noun. Collective. The people, humanity. Metadata. Noun. Data that describes other data, serving as an informative label.